successful in receiving some funding through the Suicide Innovation Fund, working with Public Health and the KCCG in order to help try to reduce suicides in Cornwall.
I've been here for the last 2 years providing mental health and wellbeing support specifically for our fishermen.
We had one fisherman in Newlyn who had a really bad experience. It was horrific. His boat caught fire and he bottled things up for a long time, but he finally went and spoke to Kerry, the Fairwinds counsellor.
I wasn't quite as outgoing as I usually was, and I was a bit sort of very strange thoughts and things I wouldn't usually give a second thought were sort of playing on my mind. Obviously we've got the NHS we can visit, but we live such a busy and different lifestyle to everybody else where it's not always readily accessible. You could be in from sea on a Thursday and you're going back to sea on a Saturday. You haven't got time to say, well, I've got a mental health problem, I want to go to the doctor.
Well, first point of call, you would have to go to the doctor. Well, you know that's a long-winded process now to do that. If you could walk up the quay and knock on the door and go and see somebody, even for a 10-minute chat, it might make all the difference to somebody in their state of mind, like about if they're worrying about things.
What we're really lucky to have, particularly here in Cornwall around Newlyn, is we've got Fairwinds. So I know that some of the guys have found it really invaluable to be passed over and referred on to Kerry, because it's a really stressful, difficult environment for them to work in, not only physically but mentally.
And I'm a CBT therapist, which is cognitive behavioural therapist, and I think you can think about perhaps the way I work with people is a bit like a compass. So we're looking at thoughts and how our thoughts influence how we feel, so our feelings and our emotions, and also how that affects us physically, and ultimately that impacts on our behaviour. So we can use CBT as a way of kind of using it as a navigation tool through some of the challenges of life. What it also sounds like from them in regards to what would help them is having some kind of perhaps drop-in facility, and for us being definitely present on the quay.
No, of one person for certain, and probably 2 or 3 over the last 10, 15 years. If this service was available, they would more than likely still be here now. If you feel things aren't right in your life and you need to talk to somebody, just access it. It doesn't hurt to sit down and talk to somebody.